Innervision, taking you to a new level of Christian radio. www.innervisionrecords.org, the official website of Innervision.
Send us feedback, requests.
Help spread the word about local musicians. We are Inner FM.
Welcome to another Innervision FM. For you guys that are joining us here on KUHS Denver, thanks to the DJ before us. Very good job doing the Spanish contemporary music. That's fantastic. And if you're listening to us on KOMF radio, the music or news announcements before that, fantastic. Thank you for that. And then on Tuesday nights, our live call-in talk show on innervisionrecords.org. Just go down and click on Innervision FM, and then you can hear the show, and then you can call in using Skype, or you can call in using the phone number I'm about to give you, 720-324-7278. That's 720-324-7278. And a lot of things have been going on. So we just want to thank everybody for joining us for today's show, no matter what time or what hour you're listening to us. Last show that we did, our live show, we had about 192 viewers and listeners on Facebook. So we want to thank all of you guys as well. So let me tell you more about Innervision. Innervision is a nonprofit organization. We work with physically challenged musical artists to showcase their music and teach them the business of music. We also will teach the grassroots artists the same thing. And we have membership levels where it helps our nonprofit. So go to our website, innervisionrecords.org. You can follow us on Twitter. That's Innervision Reco. And you can also find us on Facebook. It's innervisionrecords.org or innervision.j. So anyway, that's about it. On today's show, we're going to have a two-parter with comedian Rion Evans. I want to give like a history of like who you are, what made you decide to get into being a comedian and What are your craziest shows? Believe me, this is not one of the craziest, but this is it's in that same league. In that same league.
For those that don't know, my name is Rion Evans. Spelled R-I-O-N. If you're attempting to Google me right now, R-I-O-N. Rion Evans. Rion like lion. I'm a 13-year veteran of stand-up comedian, not just comedy and what you know of it today. I do sketches as of now, but I mean, open mic, getting in your face and on that stage in front of paid people and making them laugh. I've been doing that for 13 years. I'm a native of Chicago, Illinois, but I live in Denver, Colorado right now. I started comedy in Los Angeles, and I've traveled the country, man, making people laugh. I have been and always will until they tell me I can't, and then I'ma still do it.
I heard that. Now, because when I had stopped going to comedy shows about like 5 years ago, because I just wasn't seeing anything new, so I said, well, let me give it a break and see what's happening, and then so about I'm gonna think about 4 months ago, I started checking it out. Just little bit by little bit, and hit and miss, and saw there was some new guys coming up, and so then I saw you, and I said, okay, I could relate to what he's saying, and so that started me again to get into the comedy. And I
appreciate that.
Yeah,
I try to be relatable, but I try to be me, but make that relatable. So I appreciate that, man. That's the goal.
Yeah. Now, I was telling you that like on Netflix, I've been watching Netflix and some of these comedy shows that they've been, it was a show I heard them advertise it, saw him on Howard Stern, and I said Howard Stern show, and I said no, I mean if he's on Howard Stern, he's gonna be funny, because I saw Adam Sandler funny, Chris Rock funny. And so when I went over to Netflix, and then I saw the show that I guess he was writing for, and he was probably a part of it, and they were using a laugh track, and it wasn't funny. I mean, I really wanted to laugh, and it was just it was just disappointing that they would put that much money into it, and put something on that. I don't know. It was just character.
Well, I mean, comedy has always been up to the people, but I don't think the people realize that. And when I say the people, I'm the crowds, the people who laugh, the audience. It's always it's always been up to them. But I think they've relinquished their powers to the power of the internet and the powers of the venues, rather than understanding you got the power to say that ain't funny, and I don't need to have that in front of me. Most people don't even say that anymore. If you hear someone else laughing, you'll question yourself. You'll check yourself. Well, maybe it is funny. Maybe something wrong with me. Like, no, if you don't like it, then you need to not necessarily voice it, let it be known, but you can't keep congratulating these things. And it makes it gives people who otherwise who haven't put in work or made the proper strides in the entertainment field or in whatever genre they're in, it makes those people make the whole genre look watered down and makes everybody feel like they can do it and give them a false sense of hope not hope, but a false sense of I don't know, the ego. Like they get an ego real quick. I killed them out at the bar. Like it was 7 people there. Was there really a killing?
Yeah.
Like you got a lot more work to do, but I dig it, Everybody got to walk this road of entertainment and especially of comedy by yourself in your own strides, however you're going to walk it. Nobody up on the stage with you. So I can't necessarily knock you, but it is some important tutelage that needs to happen. And I don't think we have that problem with, whack stuff right in front of you every time you go to the show. I'm sad to hear that, Johnny. You ain't been like 5 years? That's so sad.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to like just give it up because I have a few friends that are in it, so I've seen them many times since I said, well, let me wait for something fresh to come through, and I just give it a break, and but now I'm starting to see that there's some guys out there, and
I'm here, Johnny.
Yeah,
it's time to come back, Johnny. I'm here.
I heard that, and now I noticed that you were talking about something that my wife she's asked because you were talking in the show that I saw you with about women that wear wigs, and I just never really thought about it because my mother has always had wigs. I just thought, that's what they do, It's like women.
Yeah, back in the day, that's a statement piece right there. To have a nice wig, rocking it in church and everything, that's a statement piece. Like I think the basis of that joke, and I think a lot of people miss it, but I think you caught it. It's little things that need to be discussed. The joke is basically a relationship style joke, right? It's just basically talking about how relationships are important and a more constant thing that makes positive things happen or work in relationships is just the simple things like communicating. And to even simplify it even further, like the small thing of not mentioning you have a wig on, like that can be a complicated day. If it's a breezy one, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and
there's certain things you got to talk about.
I heard that. So and then so when you were talking about that, and it was just so funny that in relationships where you were saying something about certain things have to be discussed before like a date. Like if you're going to go on a really wild roller coaster ride date, you have to tell you something. And I just thought
mention that it comes off at least.
Yeah.
And we can monitor what rides we on, or at least I can keep my hand on your head when we hit the loops.
Now I got to show you this is okay. The audience doesn't know this, but this is what it is. I have fake eyes. Okay, so I had a girlfriend a long time ago take me to this water ride, and she took me to one of those rides where you slide down the slide and then you're in the air and then you come down in the water. And I swear, I think she was trying to personally kill me. because
You think she was trying to take you out?
I hit the water so hard that my eyes flew out, and we had to say, "Get everybody out! I got to find my eyes." So,
some eyes floating around here.
Yeah.
If you see an eye, I'm the owner.
So when you said that again about the wig coming off, I said, I can relate to that. But I mean, I did tell her.
Johnny, you better mention one of them. Now that I might, let me write that down. You better come and laugh at my show.
So I don't know. It's like, but I mean, she did know. But I mean, she was just getting me on all kinds of Daredevil rides. And the only one I didn't. I don't know if you've ever been to the water world here. It's one that it makes you look like you're being flushed down the drain, and you don't know exactly when you're going to hit the water. And I said, no, that's a little bit too much for me.
I'm from Chicago, Johnny, man. I don't even know how to swim. You understand? I walk around in a water park. I might splash you from the side. I'm the guy standing on the bridge waiting for the thing to come and splash him. That's all I get. That's the only wetness I'm gonna get.
Well, yeah. Well, here, if you get a chance, you got to try. You got to try it at least once. I mean, even if you do just the lazy down the river trail, you got to try it at least once.
I hate to come this far, Johnny, and then be like, man, he went down the river that one time. And then remember Ryan? He went to the water park. I don't want to be that. I come too far.
But they will revive you. I mean,
they better. I will be mad.
Oh, that's all right. But I was just thinking. Also, we were looking I was looking at some stuff in the news, and I just want to get your comments on it because I don't know. Maybe you know Puff Daddy, not Puff Daddy.
You can't call him that, can you?
I gotta remember his name. Yeah, Puff Daddy. He changed his name again.
Yeah.
Now he's Daddy Love. Daddy Love?
I thought he called Brother Love.
Brother
like
Love.
That.
Brother.
Nephew
Yeah.
Love?
Okay. Brother. Because I guess I'm thinking about R. Kelly.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm crossing entertainers. So yeah. Okay. Brother Love does sound more user friendly. And and so I'm just thinking like, and I know, there's people that change their name for whatever reasons, if they relate more to the Native American, they may name themselves True Feather or something like that. But I just thought it was interesting that he gave it some thought, long thought, and said, I'm no longer going to answer to this name. And so you got to go along with it because you went along with it the first time. So you can't stop now.
He can do this every week if he wants to.
So,
like, you know what, Johnny? I dig it. Everybody kind of into this different ways of reinventing themselves and everything. Remember Ron Artest ran up in the stands in Indiana and beat up the players in the basketball game. You can't call him Ron Artest no more. He had to reinvent himself. Now he is Metta World Peace. All of that is his name. So, I see Puffy, seeing what we have, a lot of the tightness we have in this country and a lot of things that's going on. Right. I dig that he reached for love. You know what I mean? I'm glad he wasn't puffy or something, floaty or something silly. He decided to do something that you have to say that word. Just like you say enough, a word enough, or you say anything enough, it's generally going to manifest itself somehow, some way. So to get people, all the people that know Puffy, all the people that, love, all the people that know all the love he got, like, that's good. To say it, it might put something in you, might put something in him. So I dig it, but it's weird. You can't do that. You can't do that if you ain't got no money. You got to have money to do something like that.
I would have to guess that you definitely need some money for that.
You need all type of paper to get the world to don't accept it. Like, okay, brother, love.
Oh well.
I gotta get me some money, Johnny, man. I'm out here just regular Ryan.
well, I want to see what kind of music he's gonna make with the name Brother Love.
Oh yeah, I know an album coming. That's probably why he did it. This might be all for the album.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for that album. I mean, you know, it may be very inspiring, you know.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what a lot of hip hop is going to. Jay-Z's last album was very inspiring, and oddly enough, you know, to the hood. Like you don't see that. Everybody in the hood trying to get their credit together and everything like that. You know, putting refrigerators in their kids' name, trying to get themselves together. I mean, that's dope. I think that's dope. People who are in that position and have that platform have to reach further and harder and have a more specific plan rather than I got money, listen to my album. I'm not gonna keep doing that.
I heard that, and then I was looking at some other news things. Okay, and people actually on my Facebook they had things to say about this. Okay, two incidents. This lady named Michelle, she texted her boyfriend until he committed suicide. So they put her in jail for like 15 months. So I guess they couldn't really say, well, you directly killed him. So, you know, okay, 15 months. So then Anthony Weiner, he gets 21 days for sexting. and some people would say, like, you know, don't bend over while you're there, because he was crying at the sentencing, you know, and he knew that
21 days.
What? No, 21 months. 21 months.
I thought you said days.
Nah, 21 months. Where some people, it doesn't sound like, no, I guess they were asking people who had been to jail before, and said that's nothing, but to him, you know,
whatever. Yeah, that is a lot. That's a lot. That's almost 2 years. Why don't they say it like that? Don't be trying to tease me. It's only 21 months. Like, no, that's almost 2 years. I don't want to be nowhere for a year or something like that. You know, just sitting. Don't nobody want to do that. So, you know, crying is okay at that point. You let them fly in.
Now they did let him. You know, he did try rehab. I guess it was like sexual rehab or I don't know what it was, sexing rehab. So he went through that. That didn't work. He he kept doing it, and you know, I guess you know he was just crying because he got caught again and again and again. So,
like at some point you don't care, and this is just the act that you go through every time. This is just how it always plays out. Oh, I'm caught. Do I cry now? When do I cry? When am I upset about it? So maybe that's his routine. Maybe he like, you know, you can't really do no real time. Yeah. I can do them 21, and I can do that now. I'm used to that.
So I mean, so I was just looking at those things and just, you know, sometimes the stuff in the news is you can't make it up, and with the name, like his name of all people, Anthony Weiner texting pictures of his wieners. It's just you just can't write that.
This is his job. He has to. This is upholding his family name. He has to do this. He should stop. He should stop sending himself and just literally send like wieners, like different sizes of hot dogs and things like that to women, and see if they can bring him up on charges. Then, like, keep the wiener name alive.
Almost reinvent himself. So tell me, you've done. I've noticed that you've done some television, and
yeah, I've done.
You know, like for us who have never like been in a TV studio or the people out in the audience, tell us about like what is that like, and how do you get to that level where someone says, "Hey, come on and be a part of this TV thing."
You got to believe, man. Like, there's opportunity all around us. And this is just not, you know, for entertainment. This is in life. There's opportunity always around you. It's just a matter of, you know, training your thought process and training yourself to believe that you are worthy of that opportunity. Some people let opportunity walk on by, be waving at it. Ain't you opportunity? Well, yes, I am. Oh, okay. I was just making sure. And because they don't feel like they're worthy of it. I started stand-up, and a year after that, I was on television. Not like, you know, I ain't have my own show or nothing, but I was in on a competition show called Who's Got Jokes. I think they played it on TV One. And I didn't win, but it was a great experience. You know, I learned a lot from being a part of that. I didn't even think of it at the time as, oh, I got a TV credit. Let's run. Like that's opportunity that I let walk by. I was just so happy to be doing comedy that this is the beginning. I knew that then, but it's just in the work. The work shows, you know, even though it looks like everybody can get on now, you can do all this work on your phone and just make all this silly stuff on your phone. And now you have a weekend at a comedy club when you shouldn't, you know, even though the work looked easy, cream always rise to the top. So if you're talented enough, TV will come to you. If you are in a smaller town and there's not much TV or things like that, you know, sharpen your teeth there, but, you know, get ready to make a maneuver. If you really want stuff like that, you have to be on one of these coasts, New York or Los Angeles. Preferably Los Angeles for some kind of like TV work like that. But, you know.
But I mean.
Like I said,
so was it like you just got in front of the right people or
I started comedy in Los Angeles. The right people were my friends by then. I DJ'd at a comedy club called the Comedy Union out there in Los Angeles. At the time, it was probably the number 4, number 5 club. And I say that because some cities only have one club or two. So in Los Angeles, you know, you have the Improvs and the Laugh Factories and Comedy Store, and right up under that was this spot. Everybody loved this spot. It was one of those spots that everybody liked to work out in. It was a great crowd. So I was DJing there and making great acquaintances. Like, you know, some of my good friends are national headliners. Some of my good friends are on television shows and are in movies and things like that. You know, some people that I started comedy with and just got to know out there. So the opportunity in LA is greater because that's where they live. This is Hollywood. This is where they make the shows, the movies, and everything like that. So you can be in a bar and somebody could see you. You can be in a number 5, 6, 7 room in the town and somebody can still see you. It's to me, it just makes it easier to be on that coast to make some things work. So yeah, I had that opportunity in front of me and I took advantage.
Because I mean, I hear somebody sort of like you go out there and you gotta practically like you know be a waiter or whatever, and some people they say, hey, I was so broke, I was living out of my car, and
it'd be rough.
And so
like a lot of people come to LA to make it, and they don't have a plan, and that's for life. I say that's good. For logic, that's not. For life, you're supposed to just live it, so it's good. But logically, you can't just walk into a city and be like, where do I go to be a star? It don't happen like that, and it costs a lot to live there. It's a palm tree outside your house. What do you think it's gonna cost? There's an ocean and a beach over there. What do you think? So it costs a lot, and you will have to have multiple jobs. But at the same time, Johnny, everybody's path is different. You could walk out there and walk right into the right audition, and something happen, change your life. It can happen that fast, or it can happen extremely slow. But the focus always has to remain if that's what you're into. Just like I want to be this, I want to dedicate my passion, my being into that. LA you either got to do that or get 4 or 5 jobs. So I had about 3 or 4 when I was living out there. I ain't gonna lie.
So
I was a janitor at one point.
so you did a lot of odd jobs while you were perfecting your craft.
Yeah.
At this
place.
place.
I think it's smart. It's smart if you're gonna do odd jobs, especially out in Los Angeles. If you're gonna do odd jobs, I think it's smart to do jobs in the field that you work in. One of my jobs was Wells Fargo. It wasn't really in the field that I work in, but it has people coming in there, walk-up traffic every day, every hour. So I get to interact with people, So that's the way I looked at Wells Fargo. I didn't care about if you got a account. I really didn't care. As long as I could talk to you about this show I got going on tonight at the bar. Come down here and see me. I was so desperate to be just a comedian. All my jobs are so in the way. Like I said, I was a janitor. I fixed cell phones. I done it all, John. And
so in that kind of case, do like have business cards, so just in case if you meet someone while you're going about your business, you can pass your card along and then say, okay, that's another connection. Is there a lot of card passing, or is it just mostly like you remember the person's face, name, and then when you see them again, you keep reminding them as well?
You can pass your card nowadays. I always looked at cards like, if you wanted to get to know me, you'll put it in your phone. You have a phone right there.
Right.
So if I give you my card, it's because I assume you're not going to reach out to me, or you're thinking you're not going to do it until you see that card again. Oh yeah, let me call this dude. Rather than you're really interested in calling me and you'll put my number in your phone. You know what I mean? But I do have cards when I meet like fans and things like that. I have cards that I give them. I'm on social media on there and how you can contact me. But when I have another card, like, I saw your show, I want to have you come down. Well, here's the card with the number. You call me directly, player.
Right.
Let's talk about this money.
Hey,
so cards are good, but, if people really want to holler at you, it ain't necessary.
Now I know some guys that they press CDs of the comedy shows and that's as like merchandise and stuff like that. I mean, do you do the merchandise stuff as well? Or
Yeah. I sell my own T-shirts. Like, since I've been living here in Colorado, I've been kind of altering my life, changing a little bit, like bettering. That's the way I like to say it. Mm-hmm. And it's become something that's a competition, an ongoing competition with myself. And that's what I try to talk about on the stage. I have jokes and I have a whole set about it. But for the most part, I just tell people, explain, like I'm going to be selling this shirt that says, I am awesome on it. And this shirt to me represents a better me than was once before. Like I can really beat my ass from yesterday, and that's all that matters. Nobody else matters. I'm not competing with anybody. If I can be better than I was the day before yesterday, I'm a bad man, even before you say I'm not. So that's what I try. That's what I sell after the show. I am awesome.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, I was going to have people call in, but I'm not going to test it tonight. But so if you notice, I'm not giving out the phone numbers much. I'm just not going to test it tonight because the day's been a crazy day, I tell you. So I just know not to push it. So tell me about. So you have to travel a lot, and so how does that work with relationships? Because everybody just can't get up and go when you go. And so you have to, probably go like 2-3 months. I'm thinking like out on the road.
No, I don't do that no more. No, I mean, you can be on the road like that. When I was younger in comedy, I would be on the road months at a time, but I was single then. And it ain't because I'm not single that I don't travel as much. It's because I want more. So I make when I go count a lot better because I'm a lot better at telling these jokes. I've done a lot of networking and establishing business in the city.
This is part 1 of our interview with Rion Evans, the comedian. And you can give us a call on our call-in line every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. at 720-324-7278. For Innervision FM, God bless.
Christian Brothers Moving Company takes care of you by taking care of your family's moving needs. 303-526-2630 and tell them that you heard about them on Innervision. Get the best moving experience you've ever had with Christian Brothers Moving Company. 303-526-2630. That's 303-526-2630. Christian Brothers is a proud underwriter of Innervision. 303-526-2630. Isn't it fun to sing along to the radio? If you could help someone else have that same experience and take it to the next level, maybe you would consider donating an old car, RV, truck, or boat. For over 15 years, Innervision has been helping the physically challenged and grassroots artists to create their music. Using music to heal the world is Innervision's gift to you, and you can help them to continue by donating your unwanted car, RV, truck, or boat. You'll also receive a tax deduction at the end of the year. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. 1-855-500-7433. That's 1-855 500-7433. Charity ID 4015. Your unwanted car, RV, truck, or boat is tax deductible, and it can make a difference right here in Colorado. The artists at Innervision thank you for your support. Toll free using Innervision's charity ID 4015. Again, the phone number 1-855-500-7433.